So basically, oh shit, my bad. Oh shit. So basically, my nice white Air Forces are not white anymore. No, basically, so I took the 110 107cc engine, electric and kickstart engine, from the donor bike, which I bought for 60 quid, and these are all the extra parts I'm going to put on this bike. You know, exhaust, back brake, front brake, spare HT lead, which I might use for a different bike, but that's sick. Basically, yeah. So put the engine from the donor bike onto this one. I chose this frame over the other one basically because I like the colour of the forks, and I've already got plastics on it. Basically, is the difference. Size wise, they're basically the same. And this has already got a front wheel on that. That really is the only difference. But yeah, so swapped the engine in, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get a spark. Because it's an electric engine with an electric start, you know, that start mode, look, is over there somewhere, right on the top. And it uses, you know, stators and CDIs and all that shit, well, not CDIs, but rectifiers and all that, yeah. So it's a slight different circuit. And I was trying to look up online before I got this donor bike today, to see if anyone's done it, or like if it's possible. It is possible. It does work. This bike has spark. If I kick it over and I hold the spark plug, it has spark, which is brilliant. So this out the stator, there's 5 wires. I didn't need these two. These two are for the lighting. So on a non-electric start pit bike, you'll have a yellow and yellow, or a white and yellow. You can use that for like an LED light, but instead they use that to charge the battery, which is cool. So yeah, so I still have the capability to have a front headlight or something if I wanted, which is pretty sick. And I've got capability to have electric start if I really wanted to, but I removed the starter and the chain or whatever. Just basically because I don't want to have the hassle of another electrical component in the circuit to deal with. It's just another thing that can fail. And I'm thinking about keeping it in there just to block up this hole or something, because I don't want shit getting into here. But yeah, it's just I didn't want another thing to fail on me, so I just figured, well, there's no point in keeping it then. So yeah, so the engine's got spark. And this head isn't seized. The 110 head, the 110 donor head. If I kick it over, it does move fairly freely. I mean, before it was like I had to almost stamp on it to move it. But it's been sitting for a while outside, so what do you expect? It's a 110 head on that, and I think by looking at the design of it, it looks like the Leafan or the Logan, whatever, heads and engines. And I'm thinking if I take the 125 head off this, which I know is in better shape and isn't like isn't all somewhat like, it's probably gonna be really chewy in that head, like scorn. That's it. This one's not scorn up. So I'm thinking of taking this head and this head and taking this head and this cylinder and the piston off, put it on this bike, and I have the 125. Or I can put a 140 on it. This is from a YX 140. I don't know if the same design will fit. So this is the old piston. We put a new one on. The cylinder was worn out. If it's the same style as this one, I'll definitely get a new one of these and chuck this on. Because fuck it, why not? I've got the base gasket as well for that. But yeah, so I'm gonna probably put the 125 head on this. Put some fuel down in it, and I think it will start. So I got spark, and the carb's already been cleaned out from this bike. I could use the 110 carb and the 110 head and the 110 cylinder, but it doesn't make sense, because this has been sitting out really getting fucked up, and this cylinder and head has been like covered in a garage, so it's a lot better condition on the inside. I think this is gonna be scorn and that one won't. So yeah, but basically, yes, you can wire a electric start engine into a kick only lume. This is what I've done. So just red and black to red and black, blue and white to blue and white, and green to green. So yeah, it does work, which is pretty cool. I don't know about putting a kickstart engine into an electric lume the other way around, basically, but this way worked. I'm going to use the HT lead from that one, because this one is pretty toasted, but it works for testing it, so I don't mind. And I'm going to need a new spark plug because that one's pretty fouled. and I need to change out the oil because this literally, when I checked it before, it was green. Again, sitting outside for a good part of a year. Yeah, you can see it's actually green. So I'm going to change that, and I'm obviously not going to run it with that. Yeah, that's really clearly green. But there's still oil in it, which is a good start. So yeah. But I think all of that will be for tomorrow because it's now 11 o'clock and it's a Thursday night. So yeah. So yeah, I guess I won't be stripping that. Splitting the engine now. Yeah, this is fucking sweet. Basically, that's what I got.